Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Orthodox B in the building. Thank you for coming to bring it to the table. Woo! And so, Bring It to the Table is a platform where you can address community issues such as the gun violence that's taking place right now all over the world. But tonight, specifically, we're going to focus on the city of Philadelphia. My co-host is here tonight. Let's welcome Warren G, baby. Warren J. I said G. It's J. G, J. You know it's J. You know, that's my boy. He's here tonight, all right? And, oh, my God. Sit back. You better be ready. I know y'all saw the flyer because I put a like, bam, right. So I did that right there. And so we got the wonderful Lauren in the building who goes by the #1 chain gang. Yes, don't forget, please click like and share, okay? Because it's your girl, Orthodox B, in the building. You know me, the round the world girl, round the way girl. You know your auntie, your cousin, your friend. Yeah, in the building, about to get it in with the people. And guess who else is in the building? Oh, my God. Blizzy! We got the wonderful Blizzy Trill with us, y'all. Gonna bring it to us straight off the press. His album just came out, $1 Trillion Baby. And we're gonna just rip that thing apart and get into it with him. But listen, there will be no show tonight. There will be no show. And I would be remiss if I would not say this part. We have with us Philadelphia's finest, and this part is hard for me to say, therapist, author, right, and hip-hop specialist. He has an approach to help people heal, and he focuses on the youth. And he's going to bring his cultural relevant therapy approach to the table tonight. This is it. You don't want to miss it. He's going to take their lyrics. We're going to talk about what's inside of their lyrics and how it contributes to their lifestyle and them changing their life and getting to the other side. And ultimately, healing is what we want for everybody, all the people, right? So let's get it popping. We're going to let our co-host Warren, because he has some statistics from last week that what went on in the gun violence in the city of Philadelphia.
Okay, so how's everybody doing? One of the things that we wanted to do, the first podcast we did, it had, State Representative Movita, and it was an older crowd. But we wanted to kind of get some input from the younger generation and the people who are kind of mostly affected by what's going on as far as gun violence is concerned. So we brought One Chain Gang and Trill's on to kind of get some insight as to what they think are the issues surrounding the gun violence and what we could possibly do to kind of curb it, and also
Ronald Crawford.
Mr. Crawford has his own unique approach to what he thinks we can do. So we're going to kind of get into a dialogue about what can be done to kind of help with this. Last weekend alone, 35 people were shot in the city of Philadelphia.
Yes.
35 people from Friday night to Monday morning. Okay, 3 of those people passed away, and one of them was a 1-year-old child. And just this week, a pregnant woman was caught in the crossfire as a result of some misunderstanding from some other individuals.
That's yesterday.
Just yesterday.
That's yesterday.
So we trying to figure out what can be done to kind of curb this. Okay.
So Bring It to the Table is about solutions?
Right.
Would you say that?
About solutions. Absolutely.
But this is the stuff they ain't talking about.
Right.
They just keep talking about the problem.
Right.
And Movita showed us how in the political world they were shooting down everything she did, and then they went behind her back and actually doing some of the stuff that she brought to the table.
Right.
She brought to the house. And now they're using some of that stuff. Am I right? I know they are, So if this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. You think it's a game? You think we playing? We not. We tired of it. You can give us stimulus checks all you want. It ain't gonna work. Plus, we gotta give it back to you anyway in tax time. Who you think you fooling? Who you think you fooling? Yup, it's my voice. Yup. know, off the Doc Beach, she said it. We don't want your stimulus. We don't want your stimulus. We want justice. That's what we want. Okay? And we're here as the people, the African American people, confronting you about your mess. All right. On the day before yesterday, you had three shootings on 60th Street.
Southwest.
Yep. You had 3 shootings. 1 died. What are your thoughts? 1 died. Anybody? Just chime right in. What are your thoughts? Sad.
Mm-hmm. I think it's, like I said to you on the phone, like it's kind of getting normalized. That you almost can't grieve. It's almost not shocking. It's no aftershock from it. It's like 3 people were murdered, and usually they'd have been like, oh my God. And now that's like, okay, 3 people, because like you said, 35 people died in the weekend. So it's becoming kind of like, we don't even, it's like I want to say like a numbness to it.
Yeah, desensitized.
Yeah, desensitized.
Isn't that something? That's a good word, right? That's a good word.
Awesome word.
Yeah.
What you think about that, Trill?
I mean, I think that's the saddest part about it. You know what I mean? That we just like, you know, when you say that to me, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, personally, I don't feel anything. I'm you know, the issue overall is definitely, you know, I feel that, but yeah, that's the saddest part about it. Like, I want to feel it, you know what I mean? But it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
So in some of your lyrics, Lauren, you know, you got some stuff inside your lyrics pertaining to, you know, you being creative. You say that you're multifaceted and things like that. Blizzy, and your stuff, you got stuff about, you know, drug-related stuff and crimes, and I love your 10 shots. You know, that's my favorite 10-shot joint. You know what I mean? And so these lyrics and stuff that you got drill joint, ain't nothing to it, stupid high, you know, $1 Trillion Baby just hit, man.
thank you.
It just hit, man, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you. You know, tell us a little bit, and we're gonna start with let's start with Lauren. Would you like? Let's start with Lauren. Lauren, tell us where you grew up and how you grew up.
I moved a lot. How I grew up, I would say I grew up with both my mom and my dad in my life. My maternal grandmother, my mom's mom, she played a huge role. I would say I would credit her to raising me. You know, like my grandmother raised me because I spent like for most of my childhood years, I can remember like spending a bunch of time with her. Like I said, my mom and my dad. My mom was like, you know, going through stuff. I had younger siblings. I had 5 or 6 younger. I think I got 5 younger siblings now. So I'm the oldest. They were all younger than me. My dad, when I was growing up, it wasn't until I got
Who's your dad?
My dad.
Nobody knows.
Warren J.
The audience don't
they
know
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, that'd be me.
I did not tell them.
Oh.
It's not my business, my place.
So this is my dad.
Yeah, baby. Warren brought his daughter to the table.
Yes, he did. So I'm doing this for my dad. My dad was an awesome dad, but yeah, I mean, we had like a little bit of trauma when I was growing up. I didn't really know until I got a little bit older, 11, 12. I didn't know a certain thing about my dad that would, to me, he was a good dad, but it would be times where he would, I'm on my way, I'm gonna come, and he wouldn't make it there, and I really had no clue like why. I think I just would forgive him because he was my dad, and when he was around, I was happy, and I got what I wanted, and you know, we went, we did stuff. So I didn't really know until I hit like 11 or 12, and I talked to him on the phone. I think he got someone to call me, and it was like a grown man. He was calling my phone asking for me, and I'm like, you know, who is this?
Right.
I was like almost scared. He's like, no, you know, your dad want to talk to you, and I don't know if my dad remember, but he was like, your dad want to talk to you, and he was like, you want to know if you mad? And this must have been after a time. He was like, I'll be there, and he didn't make it. So he was like, your dad want to talk to you. Want to know if you're upset? And I'm like, no, I'm not upset. I'll talk to him. And I got on the phone with him, and he sounded so weird. Like it was so, something was off, and I didn't know what it was, but I cried. And I was like telling my mom, something is, you know, my dad, I don't, but this, whatever this is, I know that this is going to explain a lot. And she kind of broke it down to me like, your dad uses drugs, and that, I didn't really know what it meant, but I knew that explained my whole, any questions I had for him, it kind of summed it up. So I grew up in Alamy, like I lived with my grandma in Alamy. Even when I was like physically with my mom, I would catch the bus to my grandma's, you know, stuff like that. And then I kind of migrated uptown. I would say when I migrated uptown is when I kind of experienced like street gun violence type of stuff. When I was living with my grandma, I was kind of a fighter as a child.
Okay. That's trauma too.
12, 13, I was like upset about stuff. So I didn't, you know, if it was my dad or my mom, it was like I was upset. So I would fight in school and stuff.
So were you like the little attitude, mischievous little girl?
No.
You wasn't that?
No. I was like a little,
sheltered.
what is the word I'm looking for?
Hyperactive?
No, it's like a contradictory in itself. It's like an H word. I want to, hydra or something.
Not hypochondriac.
No.
That.
It's a weird word.
Okay.
But what I mean was, I was like both, a little bit of both. Like I would fight and stuff, but it wasn't my demeanor or my attitude.
So you wasn't the bully. You didn't start the trouble and stuff. But if they brought it to you, you gave it to them.
Yeah. Like
okay.
I was.
Well, that explains the #1 chain gang. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
So I was like super smart in school though, not to toot my own horn, but I was smart in school. So even when I would get in trouble for fighting and stuff, my teachers, the principals and stuff, they would vouch for me. Like they tried to kick me out of school. My principals, I was like, well, no, Lauren is like straight A student. She doesn't really need to go.
Can I stop you right there? I'm
sure.
sorry. But your head is gone. You're feeling what she's saying, right? It goes to exactly what your approach is and stuff like that, right? You want to jump in there and say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Say something about what?
Whatever you're not, because you're just like, you got this
listening
not
to
going
it
on.
and just the transparency, the vulnerability. I mean, I'll be live. I'm like, yo, you've been in therapy before.
I wish.
You know, something.
No.
I wish.
And I think that's a good thing too, because we've normalized this. You know what I mean? Years ago, it wasn't cool to talk about how you felt.
Right.
The fact that she could talk about how she felt meant that she's been around some therapeutic settings, some kind of.
Well, she told me in our screening that I'm gonna really bring it to the table. Like I said, you gotta bring it to the table. You really gotta put it out there. Like because #1, we want her to get out there, and we want her records to sell. So you really gotta be true to thyself. You gotta get it out there. You gotta let the people know who you are.
And that's refreshing.
It's very refreshing, right? You see that?
At the end of the day, it's a lot of people that portray a certain image.
Here we go.
It's to sell records.
Here we go.
They don't really live like that. And this is, somebody told me something. A lot of what I get now, I get from people. So don't quote me. First of all, I think 2 people, teenagers, got hit on 55th Street, 55th and Vine today. Like 3 o'clock. That's not too far from me, you know, but I heard it. But the same guy told me that Kiss wasn't even street. And I didn't know that. You knew that?
Jada?
I don't even know about that.
He said Jada dad
What's the
was
street?
about that life, but he wasn't. Never been to jail.
Get out.
When I heard that, I'm like, yo. So the fact that, you know, we have people here that's being transparent.
Right.
That's really talking about who they are. That's important.
That's it.
You know, because
Thank
I
you.
believe that's where we need to go.
That's the solution piece. That's the solution piece. One lady called me up. Can you help me? I saw her bring it to the table, and I want to get a show. I want to do something too, but she want to take hers into the schools, and she want the ones that were fighting not to get detention, but to sit down and bring it to the table so that them two can do what we're all doing right now. That's another way to resolving it and getting it before the kids get the gun in their hand. Nobody taught them to communicate appropriately.
I think that's an effective step, but I also think that individually, all of these kids are going through different things.